Hey guys, okay, so I thought someone might need to see this. So I've got this post generator app which I've created in Bolt. Okay, so Bolt. So yeah, this has been created in Bolt, as you can see here. You just step through your prompts and stuff, but I'm just really want to look at the flow of how I'm checking the code updates. So this is as far as I've got so far. Is You can open and stack blitz, as you know, right? And if you need to do like a snapshot of where it's at now, you just click fork and it'll just back up the code for you immediately. And if I go to dashboard, there's the forks, right? So like backups. So that's important depending on how far along you've got with this. Um, I've also hooked this up to my repos as well. All right, so Bolt and then open in stack blitz. And you can like edit the code, and if you save it here, then you can come back to Bolt and refresh. So you can like, toggle between the two, which is okay. And then you can back up the code through there and then access it through Blitz to pull it back through to Bolt, right? And to do that, you just click on this, open in Bolt. So then that way you've kind of got that circular way of getting back to your code. But the problem is just really seeing what the changes are is really difficult. So even if I deploy this and then I go to my deploys, I go into Netlify, right? So even in Netlify though, you can't really see what's going on with the code changes. Well, not that I know of. So I've been looking around and haven't seen anything. So from what I understand though, is Netlify, you can hook this up to deploy settings, continuous deployment, build and deploy continuous. You can hook it up to your repo, right? But it seems to be only if the Git repo um, has an update, then it's coming from GitHub. So it's from GitHub, and then it'll deploy to this. So, almost seems a little bit redundant, to be honest, if you're just going to be using Bolt to push through. But if you're doing code changes correctly, well, that's different. So anyway, I'm just going to carry on, show you what I'm trying to get to. So we've got Bolt, and then we actually want to see the code changes, right? So Bolt does something, and you really don't know what's going on. So what I'm doing is I have source tree, because I use source tree, right? So I'm using source tree to view my code, right? So what I do is I literally just, when Bolt does a change, I'll download it, I'll get the file. So this is the file, and then I will copy and paste the code from the extracted file. Copy and paste the code. Actually, I'll just show you. Right. So then just highlight all the code, copy it, and then just go into your projects folder that your source tree is looking at and paste it, and just go replace all. Replace all. And then, of course, your source tree will pick up on the changes. You see? And then you can see what's going on. So you'll be able to see what's happening, what changes Bolt is making to your code, right? So this is really handy. So you can see what's going on. And then, of course, create a dev branch and commit the changes to your dev branch, and then commit them. So I'll just do that. Probably want the commit based on, what your prompt request was. So in this case, I actually can't remember. So what I'll do is preview panel. It's got updates to preview panel. Right. And then commit this. Okay, cool. And then I'll go into the repo. And as you can see, dev has recent changes. So I'll just do a pull request from dev to main. Right, so from dev to main, pull request. And then this way, you can keep a track, like a historical track, right? Record of the changes that are happening in the code. Okay. And then if you want to edit this, well, you can just carry on with Bolt, or just carry on, and then push the code up to dev, and then you're pretty much keeping a record of what's going into dev. And so, remember how I showed you this? This kind of might be a little bit redundant, because what this will do is if you get a merge request commit into the master of this branch, it'll auto deploy. And because you're kind of auto deploying from Bolt, seems like a waste of time. So the most important thing that I've shown you here, though, is how to actually view your code changes. So yeah, this has been really handy to know that process. Hope that helps you. Something else you might want to do is tell Bolt to use diff view from now on, each time it makes a change. And then what it'll do is it'll tell you what files it's changing and where. See that? So it's pretty helpful. Yeah, super helpful. That's you. So diff view from now on. Use diff view from now on. So that's really cool.